The Endgame, The Yorkshire Ripper's Fall, Part 5 of 5. Welcome back to Ontario Cold Cases, Canada's True Crime Podcast. I'm your host, Jay Nichol of Nichol Investigations, and if you've been with us from the start, you walked a grim road. Part 1 took you to Bingley, where a shy kid named Peter Sutcliffe turned petty crook, a flicker of violence sparking in 1969. Part 2 threw you into 1975, those brutal rehearsals, hammer swings on Anna Rogalski, Tracy Brown, survivors crawling from the edge. Part 3, Threshold of Terror, Cross the Line, Wilma McCann's blood-soaked Leeds night, Emily Jackson's savage end, Irene Richardson's eerie pose, Patricia Atkinson's quiet doom. 4 kills in 18 months that lit the fuse. Then Part 4, Peak of the Predator, blew it wide open. 13 murders, 7 survivors, a storm tearing from Leeds to Manchester, Huddersfield to Halifax, shop girls and clerks dropping alongside sex workers, a reign of chaos from 1977 to 1980. But now it's late 1980. Northern England's a pressure cooker. Fear chokes the streets. A 6 million pound manhunt staggers under its own weight. 13 women are dead. Jane McDonald's playground fall to Jacqueline Hill's dorm-side slaughter. 7 more cling to life, their screams tightening the net. January 2nd, 1981, in Sheffield. A routine stop, a knife in a pocket, and the Yorkshire Ripper's reign crashes down. This is Part 5, The Endgame, The Yorkshire Ripper's Fall, where a predator's caught, justice wrestles madness, and the North counts its scars. We're peeling back the investigation's blunders, Wearside Jack, missed chances, drowned data, then walking you through the arrest fluke, a trial circus, decades in a cell, a quiet death in 2020, and a legacy that still stings. Lock the doors, turn it up. This is Ontario Cold Cases, and the chaos ends here, but the echoes don't fade. Hello, I'm Jay Nichol of Nichol Investigations, and this is Ontario Cold Cases, Canada's True Crime Podcast. Ontario Cold Cases is a gripping true crime podcast that shines a light on unsolved murders, disappearances, and forgotten crimes from across the province and the world. With meticulous research, compelling storytelling, and a commitment to historical accuracy, we bring you the real stories of victims, investigators, and suspects, stories that demand to be heard. Each week, we take you deep into the world of true crime with a packed schedule of episodes. Tuesdays, historical true crime cases, exploring infamous and obscure crimes from history. Wednesdays, the Mick and Mac Mysteries, a thrilling fictional detective series set in 1950s Toronto. Thursdays, World Cold Case Thursday, investigating unsolved cases from around the globe. Sundays, Ontario Cold Cases, the latest episode uncovering an unsolved mystery from Ontario. From high-profile crimes that shock the nation to little-known cases waiting for justice, we uncover the truth, one case at a time. Join us as we explore the dark corners of history and mystery, where every clue could lead to answers and every case deserves a second look. Subscribe now wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts and never miss an episode of Ontario Cold Cases, Canada's True Crime Podcast. Act 1. The Investigation, Challenges, and Failures. Let's start where the cracks run deepest, the investigation. By mid-77, when Jane McDonald's blood stains that Leeds playground, West Yorkshire Police are spearheading the biggest manhunt Britain's ever seen. £6 million, over £30 million in today's cash. 300 officers pounding pavement, a nation watching. But it's a mess, riddled with errors, missteps, and blind spots that let Sutcliffe slip through for 5 brutal years. Here's where we dig into the failures, how a hoax derailed them, how they missed him 9 times, how data buried the truth, and how the media's glare made it worse. Picture Leeds, 1977. Fears of fog thicker than the mill's smoke, women clutching keys like weapons. And the cops? They're drowning. Overview. By 1977, the tally's climbing. 5 dead, sex workers mostly, and the Ripper's a ghost. West Yorkshire Police throw everything at it. 250,000 names scribbled on cards, 30,000 statements stacked high, 2 million documents spilling over desks. It's massive. £6 million drained. A fortune then, but it's chaos. Assistant Chief Constable George Oldfield's at the helm. A bulldog with grit, but the machine's creaking. Every lead's a thread, every file a chance. Yet the killer's still out there, hammer in hand, laughing in the dark. This isn't brilliance. It's a catalog of flops, and the cost is lives. The hoax tape and letters. Fast forward to 1978, 3 more dead. Helen Ricca, Vera Millward, Yvonne Pearson, stashed under that sofa. The pressers crushing. And then it lands. Letters, 3 of them scrawled from Jack. I'm the Ripper, they taunt. Postmarked Sunderland. In June 1979, a tape. 2 minutes of gravelly Wearside growl. I'm Jack. You'll not catch me yet. It's chilling, mocking. Wearside Jack, they call him. Oldfield's hooked, plays it for the press. This is him. They pivot hard, 40,000 men grilled in northeast England. Accents dissected. A wild goose chase kicks off. But it's a lie. John Humble, a Sunderland drunk pulling strings from 200 miles away, unmasked only in 2006. The damage? Catastrophic. Sutcliffe's Yorkshire drawl, soft, local, familiar, gets ignored. 9 times he sat across from cops. 1977 to 1980. His beard, his dark hair, his lorry driver gig, all flagged. But Wearside Jack blinds them. Survivors like Marilyn Moore scream local accent. It's buried. The hoax doesn't just mislead, it derails. And while they chase a ghost, Jean Jordan's hacked apart, Josephine Whitaker's torn open, and the North bleeds on. Missed opportunities with Sutcliffe. Rewind further, 1969, Bingley. Sutcliffe's 23, a loner with a hammer and screwdriver, nabbed near a sex worker. Cop shrug, theft tools, a slap on the wrist. It's a neon sign missed. Those are his weapons, years before Wilma. Jump to 1977. Jane's dead. Maureen Long's crawling from a field and Sutcliffe's name pops up. 9 times they haul him in. 1977, 1978, 1980. Cars spotted in red light zones. 60 sightings of that brown rover. Survivor sketches screaming, beard, dark hair, 5 feet 8 inches tall. He's textbook. Matches every dot. But Sonia, his wife, spins alibis. He was home. No push, no dig. He walks. Why? Bias. Sex workers are those women. Early kills shrugged off. Broader patterns ignored. That 1969 hammer? Forgotten. Marilyn's 1977 alley tale. Teresa Sykes' 1980 screams. All match, all sidelined. 9 interviews. 9 misses. Cops have his name, his face, his ride, and they let him go. It's not bad luck. It's bad work. And every slip's another grave. Data overload and disorganization. By 1980, it's a paper avalanche. 2 million documents, 250,000 names, 30,000 statements. Manual card index hell. Picture it. Leeds HQ, desk drowning of files. Officers flipping cards like a losing hand. Sutcliffe's rover spotted 60 times, sinks in the flood. Connections blur. Gene's £5 note traced to his firm sits unlinked. Survivor tales pile up, unmatched. It's not malice. It's chaos, no tech to tame it. 300,000 interviews by 1981, and the thread's there. Buried, lost, useless. Late 1980, they claw back. Data sharpens. Wearside fades. The net tightens. But it's not enough, not yet. The North's a graveyard and the Ripper's still free. This isn't a triumph. It's a £6 million lesson in failure. And it's not until 1981 where luck, not skill, finally steps in. Up to Act 2, The Arrest, How Sutcliffe Was Caught. Act 2, The Arrest, How Sutcliffe Was Caught. January 2nd, 1981. 5 years, 13 murders, 7 survivors. And it ends not with a master stroke, but a fluke. The arrest, Sheffield, a cold night, a routine stop that cracks a Yorkshire Ripper case wide open. It's not Oldfield's team storming in. It's 2 beat cops, a dodgy plate and a hunch. This is how Sutcliffe's caught, not hunted down but stumbled over. A twist of fate that ends the terror. Let's roll it back. Milburn Avenue, where chance finally catches a monster. Routine stop. 10 p.m. Milburn Avenue, Sheffield. Quiet stretch, red lights flickering nearby. Sergeant Robert Ring and PC Robert Hydes cruise past, eyes sharp. A brown rover catches them. False plates, sloppy, off. Inside, Sutcliffe, 34, bearded, twitchy, sits with Olivia Reavers, a sex worker. Ring knocks the window, step out. Sutcliffe's cool, but something's off. His answers dodge, his hands fidget. It's not a Ripper's sting, just a traffic check. A beat cop's hunch in Broomhill's gritty corner. But Ring smells it. Something's not right, he mutters. They cuff him. False plates the excuse, and the night shift skewers. Discovery of weapons. Here's the pivot. Before they haul him off, Sutcliffe ducks to some bushes. Nature's call, he shrugs. Ring's not buying it, keeps him close. They book him, but Hydes doubles back. Those bushes nag. Flashlight sweep. There it is. A ball-peen hammer, a knife, a rope, glinting in the dirt. It's a gut punch. Tools match survivor tales. Marine's Field, Molia's Moor, Jacqueline's Wasteland. 5 years, £6 million, and it beats cops' second look finds the Ripper's kip. Not a raid, not a tip, just luck. Handing them what the manhunt couldn't. Interrogation and confession. Dewsbury Police Station, January 3rd. He's in a cell, smug on the plates wrap. Ring's not done. Sutcliffe's 5'8", dark hair, beard, that Yorkshire lilt. Sketches from Maryland, Teresa, Moe flash in his head. He's the guy, he tells the brass. They dig, car logs, 60 red light hits. Survivor matches. Jean's 5-pound note buried in files. 2 days, January 4th, they push. Talk. He cracks, voice flat. I'm the Ripper. Then it pours. 13 murders. 7 attempts, every blow, every stab, chillingly precise. Wilma, 2 to the head, 15 stabs. Jacqueline, 4 blows, 11 thrusts. Just cleaning streets, God's work. It's not genius, cumulative clues click late. Wearside Jack's ghost fades. Card sightings resurface. Survivor voices scream truth. But it's that Sheffield stop, chance, not brilliance, that cages him. 5 years of terror, and not with a bang, but a traffic cop's gut. Up next, Act 3, Trial, Imprisonment, and Death. Act 3, Trial, Imprisonment, and Death. He's caught. January 4th, 1981. The confession's out, and the North exhales. But relief twists to fury. 13 dead, 7 scarred, and it took luck, not law, to stop him. This is where justice wrestles madness. Trial's a circus. Prison's a slow grind. Death's a quiet fade. May 1981, Old Bailey, London. Sutcliffe's in the dock, facing 13 murders, 7 attempts, and a nation baying for blood. A step in, the hammer's down, but the scars run deep. Trial at the Old Bailey. May 5, 1981, Old Bailey's packed, tension thick as fog. Sutcliffe's 34, pale, bearded, eyes blank. 13 murder charges, 7 attempted, from Wilma to Jacqueline. He pleads not guilty, diminished responsibility. The story? Divine voices from a Bingley grave. 1966. Cleanse the prostitutes. God's mission. Lawyers spin, paranoid schizophrenia. He's mad, not evil. Crown fires back. Calculated, lucid, a liar. Witnesses pile on. Survivors like Teresa, Moe, cops with his tools, his own words. I knew what I were doing. 6 hours, May 22nd. Jury's out, then back. Guilty. All counts. No insanity dodge. 13 life sentences. 30-year minimum. Judge slams it. Wicked beyond comprehension. HMP Parkhurst awaits. A monster caged, but the why still gnaws. Psychiatrist clash. Delusion or defense. 5 years of planning says he's no puppet. God's just a convenient tale. Prison life. Parkhurst, 1981. He's in a quiet shell. Inmates don't care. 1982, a shank cuts him, scars his face. 1984, Broadmoor. Schizophrenia sticks. He's a patient now. 1997, a fork blinds his left eye. James Costello, a lifer, settles a score. Sonia drifts in, married in 1974, divorced 1994. Still visits, a thread to his old duality. 2016, Franklin. He's sane again. Diabetes and heart disease creep in. Weight balloons. He's no ringleader. Keeps low, writes letters. Clings to that mission yarn. No remorse. Just survival. Attacks fade. Health doesn't. 40 years. A split life ends. Worker by day. Killer by night. now just a number. But the Norse not done counting costs. Death and immediate aftermath. November 13, 2020. University Hospital, North Durham. 74 years old. COVID-19 hits. Lungs fail, diabetes and heart disease pile on. Obesity seals it. He refuses care, let it end, and slips away. Cremated, ashes scattered, no fanfare. Relief for some, rage for others. Wilma McCann's son, Richard, spits fire. No justice in that. Families mourn, 13 graves, 7 scarred lives. Quiet death feels cheap. A monster's gone, but the pain's not buried with him. Up next, Act 4. Psychological Profile and Legacy. Act 4. Psychological Profile and Legacy. Sutcliffe's dead, but the why and what now linger. Here's where we peel him back. Petty crook to predator. A mind twisted by hate, delusion, or both. And trace a legacy that reshapes policing, society, the Norse soul. From Bingley's quiet streets to Headingley's bloodied wasteland, this is his evolution and what it leaves behind. Let's start where he does, 1960s Yorkshire. A kid with a shadow growing fast. Psychological profile. All right, let's get inside his head. Peter Sutcliffe's mind where this whole nightmare brews. Picture Bingley in the 60s. He's a scrawny kid, barely scraping 5 feet 8 inches. Later, getting shoved around at school, too shy to bite back. By 15, he's sneaking around, peeping through windows. Quite a little weirdo, right? Fast forward to 1969, he's 23, working odd jobs, and he's out one night near Bradford. A sex worker crosses him, maybe laughs at him over cash, who knows? And he snaps, grabs a hammer, swings it at her head. Cops nab him quick. Theft tools, they call it. Just a slap on the wrist, no dots connected. That's a seed, folks. Misogyny plants deep right there. He's stewing, muttering their filth under his breath, and it's festering. Jump to 1975. He's 29. Married to Sonia now, driving lorries. Still that quiet guy, nobody clocks. But the seed's blooming, ugly and wild. Anna Rogalski's out in Keeley, July 1975. He tails her, hammer cracks her skull. Knife slashes, she's down. Interrupted, someone's coming, he bolts, she lives. August, Tracy Brown, 14, 5 blows to the head, stabs her, same deal. She crawls away. Hesitant stuff, flinching, fumbling, testing the water. He's not smooth yet, but he's hooked. Control's creeping in, that rush of power's got him. Then 1977 hits. Jane McDonald, 16, Leeds playground, June 26. 3 hammer blows, stabs to her chest. No interruption this time. He's off, full tilt. 13 kills. 7 near misses pile up fast. Sex workers like Helen Ricka. Students like Barbara Leach. Clerks like Josephine Whitaker. By 1979, it's anyone. No rules, just prey. And he's surging, loving the edge. Trial rolls around May 1981. He's in the dock, spinning a yarn. God's voice back in 1966, grave digging at Bingley Cemetery, told me to cleanse the whores. Says it hit him while brushing dirt off a stone. Divine mission, huh? Psychiatrists are all over it. Some buy it. Paranoid schizophrenia, voice is real. Others scoff. 5 years of planning. Stashing Yvonne under a sofa, dodging cops with that 5-pound note panic. That's lucid, not loony. Me, I'm with the skeptics. Sounds like a courtroom dodge. A Hail Mary to shave the sentence. But the route's clear. Misogyny is his fuel. Starts with sex workers. That burns from 1969, then spreads. Jane's no whore. Neither's Josephine, nor Upadiah Bandera, doctored choked in 1980. All women, all fair game. He hates them all by the end. Here's a creepy part. Duality's his mask. By day, he's the quiet husband, grilling sausages with Sonia, the lorry driver swapping jokes at T and W.H. Clark, the mate nobody pegs. By night, predator. Hammer in the glove box, knife in his coat, prowling Leeds, Manchester, Huddersfield. That split, what throws everyone. Cops, pals, us. In escalation, it's his drug. 1975, he's flinching. Anna, Tracy interrupted, shaky. By 80, he's a machine. 5 kills in 14 months. Josephine, Barbara, Upadiah, Marguerite Walls, Jacqueline Hill. Fastest he's ever gone. Hooked on the thrill, no breaks. Mad or not, he's no fool. Cunning keeps him free, not chaos. 5 years, 13 graves, 7 survivors. He's playing chess while cops fumble checkers. And that's the chill that sticks. Up next, legacy and impact. Legacy and impact. Okay, so it's 1981. Sutcliffe's caged. 13 life sentences slapped down. And you think that's the end, right? Nope. This is where the ripple effect kicks in. And it's a big one. Let's start with policing. Holy hell, what a wake-up call. That £6 million manhunt, over $30 million in today's cash, just shattered under its own weight. 2 million documents, 250,000 names, all scribbled, those flimsy card indexes. And they're losing stuff, like Sutcliffe's Brown Rover, spotted 60 times cruising red light zones. It's a disaster. Leeds drowning in paper. Cops chasing Wearside ghosts while he's right under their noses. So out of the wreckage comes Holmes. Home Office, large major inquiry system. Think computers, databases, no more oops, lost the file. Next big case. No buried rovers, no missed threads. Sutcliffe's mess forces him to get smart fast. Then there's the media. Man, they got burned bad. Remember that Wearside Jack tape, June 1979? Gravelly voice sneering, "I'm Jack. Catch me if you can." Oldfield blasts it to the press. This is him. And the hype explodes. Papers scream Ripper's voice, and suddenly every crank in Britain's phoning in, flooding the lines with junk leads. 5,000 tips a week at one point. Sensationalism's a double-edged sword. Raises the heat, sure, but swamps the cops with noise. When John Humble's nabbed in 2006, it's a gut punch. Media's lesson learned the hard way. Hype can screw you as much as help. Now they've got to play it tighter. Less splash the tape, more check the facts. Society, oh, it's stung deep. Sutcliffe's reign cracks open some ugly wounds. Violence against women shoots to the forefront. 13 dead. From Wilma McCann to Jacqueline Hill. 7 survivors like Maureen Long and Teresa Sykes, carrying scars forever. Early on, cops shrug to sex workers. That stigma's a knife twist, and it festers till Jane McDonald's playground death in 1977 screams, anyone's fair game. Now the North's talking. Protest vigils lighting up Leeds, Bradford, Halifax. Wilma's family, Jacqueline's kin. They're out there, voices hoarse. Never forget these names. It's raw. Sex worker or student, doesn't matter. The wounds reopen, and it's pushing debates that still echo. How do we protect the vulnerable, not just the respectable? The Norse scarred. 13 graves etched in memory. 7 survivors haunted. A 30 million pound lesson carved in blood. Justice delayed is lives lost. Families like Richard McCann's, Wilma's son, grow up with that hole, trusting cops, torched for a generation. Debate rages even now. Mental health or pure evil. Sutcliffe's God's mission. Yarn versus his cold, cunning kills. Victim worth, why'd sex workers get brushed off till too late? Holmes saves future hunts, no question. Keeps the next Ripper from slipping through, but the cost? Brutal. A whole region's piece, families' futures shredded. Sutcliffe's ash by 2020, but this legacy, it's not going anywhere. It's individuals, the systems, the scars. This case didn't just end, it changed the game, and we're still feeling the tremors. November 17, 1980. Jacqueline Hill's blood dries. The peak crashes. January 4, 1981. Sutcliffe confesses. The Endgame lands. May 22, 1981. Life sentences lock him. November 13, 2020. He's ash. And the Yorkshire Ripper's story closes. 13 murders. Wilma McCann. Emily Jackson. Irene Richardson. Patricia Atkinson. Jane McDonald. Jean Jordan. Helen Ricka. Vera Millward. Josephine Whitaker. Yvonne Pearson. Barbara Leach. Marguerite Walls. Abadiah Bandera. Jacqueline Hill. 7 survivors. Maureen Long. Marilyn Moore. Anne Rooney. Teresa Sykes. Mo Leah. And more from 1975. Proof he wasn't untouchable, just unchecked. 5 years. 1975 to 1981. A petty crook's arc to chaos, ended by a Sheffield fluke. The investigation, a 6 million pound wreck. Wearside Jack's taunts, 9 missed chats. Data drowning truth. Bias blinding them costs lives, not just cash. Arrest? Luck, not law. Ring and hides stumble where Oldfield couldn't. Trial? Madness versus malice. Justice won, but late. Prison and death. A slow fade, no redemption, just an end. This case is a mirror. Brutality's face, police limits, society's cracks. Wilma's son, Jacqueline's kin, the Norse heart. They carry it still. No part 6, this tale's done. But Ontario Cold Cases isn't. More shadows wait. Subscribe on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen. Don't miss the next episode. Share this with your true crime-loving friends. Drop a comment what sticks. Wearside's ghost, that Sheffield night, or the names we will forget. This is Ontario Cold Cases, and I'm Jane Nichol of Nichol Investigations, signing off. Sutcliffe's fall is dust, but justice echoes. Because every case deserves answers, and every victim deserves justice.